Hey, good morning, my fellow fearless fathers, to another terrific Tuesday. Today, I'm going to talk to you about what do you do when you start doubting yourself, or you start doubting your mission, or things are just not working out for you, and you start to get stuck. You start to get in such a way that you can't move forward, and you're wondering why and what you are doing it all for. So that said, I'm struggling with this sometimes. I struggle with this a lot of times. And the thing is that you first got to discover what triggers it, right? So in my case, for example, it's trying to do something really great, sharing something with a lot of people, and then getting bad comments. Or doing a lot of work, posting a lot of, going live a lot with interviews, going live like this, and just crickets. Nobody commenting, nobody liking, nobody live on, etc. Just crickets. That also makes me doubt, like, why am I doing this? Why am I trying to provide value for nobody? Right? Etc. etc. And same, of course, with the kids. You try to do something, it's not working. You're wondering, like, why am I trying so hard? Same with your relationship, right? You are with your wife. You're trying real hard for weeks already to improve the relationship, being extra nice, and you just get no response, just a cold shoulder, and you're just like, the hell with it. I'm done. All right. And so that's first, you figure out what triggers me going into my bad habits. With bad habits, I mean, for example, you know that you have to do certain things, like going live, like sending out emails, like building up relationships, etc. However, you fall to your bad habits, meaning you start watching a movie, or you start playing a video game, or you just lay on the couch and do nothing, right? And so as soon as you figure it out, okay, this is what triggers it, and this is what's my response, then there's several ways to go. One, you can make sure, of course, that what triggers it triggers you to do something else. So, for example, nothing happened, nobody responded. So what do? I double down, or I look for a different strategy towards accomplishing my vision. Right? My vision stays the same. My mission stays the same. My mission is to help 1 million fathers become fearless, right? So if I only got maybe 5 fathers that I'm influencing, the gap's really high. So my first response would be like, okay, let's lower that to 1,000, right? So it feels more attainable. But that's not the goal. That's not my mission. My mission stays the same. Let's change the strategy, right? That strategy made me go from 5 to 45, 5 to 57, I think it's at right now, right? So that's a big step in just a couple of weeks for doing something different, instead of just trying to do the same thing over and over again, or trying not to do anything because, give up, throw in the towel, right? And then the other thing is that if it triggers a habit, try to make sure that that habit is a habit that's helpful. For example, the habit get triggered. Instead of watching a movie, go work out. Working out, it's good for you, makes you sweat, makes you liberate the brain, and those are mostly the times that, because you're not really thinking, because you're working out, great thoughts are coming in that can help you move forward faster, right? It has happened to me many times. Or meditate, or go for a walk, or whatever it is that gets you out where you're at and gets you into a great state. Watching a movie is not that thing, right? Laying on the couch doing nothing is not that thing, unless you really can focus and meditate. But usually what happens is all negative thoughts come in, and that's not a place where you want to be, because that's just a downward spiral, right? So if you work on it that way systematically, and making sure that it triggers. So for me, for example, if I get into a rut, I make sure that I go to my things that I must do. Like, for example, I chop down videos on YouTube so I can post more videos on YouTube. Why do I do that? Because I don't have to think too much and I can just do it. And then I continue. Like, one of the things that I always do is I always have all my goals and all my actions for the week on. So if I get stuck somewhere, I make sure that I start with a different action to make sure I keep going. Because the biggest thing is, if you have momentum, you got to keep rolling, even though it doesn't generate anything yet. It takes time, right? So we have to just stay consistent in making sure that it comes out. So those are a few tips that I use to make sure that I keep the ball rolling and don't get into my rut and lose a lot of hours not doing anything valuable towards building up my business or towards building up my relationship with my wife or with my kids or whatever it is that you're working on, right? Now, another thing I want to quickly talk to you about is getting stuck, right? So I hear a lot of people lately saying like, oh, I'm stuck. Who else is stuck, right? So here's the thing. If you are not moving, it doesn't mean you're stuck. It just means that you're not doing anything, right? However, if you are moving at a fast pace, at an aggressive pace, you will get stuck. You will get stuck, and that's a good thing. Faster you move, the more stuck and more often stuck you're going to get, because you're going to come across things that are going to keep you from moving forward. And those are the things that will make you grow faster. All you got to do is find a strategy to kill being stuck. Get unstuck, right? So the thing is, I'm stuck and this boulder is blocking me. Good. That means that the boulder is bigger than you are. All you got to do is make yourself bigger so you can step over that boulder and get unstuck until you come to the next boulder that's bigger than you have grown. That's it. It's that simple. So I hope that helps. I wish you all the luck. I got a live interview coming up in 19 minutes. I got to prepare myself. I wish you all a terrific Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.